Yo, 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 what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Yeah, how to do? How to do? This is it, guys. Game day. It's actually going to be game day. It's going to be game day when this drops. So, little final tinkers here and there. You know what? No matter how much we say this is our final draft, I think uh, we'll always be making little tinkers before the end, before the actual deadline. But yeah, let me not be rude, chaps. How you doing, dog?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Just can't wait for tomorrow. Oh well, deadline day. Get
Yeah,
this
to get
up and running.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You guys are probably wondering where's Goba. So, quick story about that. I fucked up our pre-recording, and yeah, now we're actually recording this again, and it's just me and Chabe. Don't worry, we got Goba's team from that recording, so I'm gonna slot it in, and yeah, we'll be good. Besides that, guys, let's move on. Let's actually start with my team as usual. Chaps, here you go, dog. Here we go. Tell me, Tell me, what do you think? Holla at me. Or do you want me? Let me go through it again. Let me go through it. And actually, there's changes, of course. Ramsdale in goal, Estupinian, Saliba, Ake in the back. And it's a 3-4-3. Four midfielders are Saka, Eze, Fernandez, Rashford with the captaincy, João Pedro, Haaland, Watkins, and then Ariel on the bench with Mbuemo still showing that he's 75% eligible to play, Chilwell and Bayer. Now, my changes from the last time is I took out Stones, I put in Ake, right? Because Ake is not flagged anymore, so he's more likely to play. I actually saw the press conference today. Pep said, yeah, no, Ake is good, you know? Yes, the concerning part about that is just before that, he also said Guardiola is good. And the guy also asked, and I was like, this reporter must play FPL. But the reporter also asked, um, is Guardiola ready? Is he ready to also, has he like transitioned into the team? Is he ready to play? And Guardiola was like, yes, he's ready to play. He's ready to like go in. So I was like, woo, oh no. Is Ake a good pick? But anyway, I still went with him because I needed to. I wanted to take that 0.5 because I had zero point 0.5 in the bank. And with that zero point 0.5 in the bank and this extra zero point 0.5 I took from Stones, I said, you know what? Buemo, I took out Andres because Andres is flagged now from Fulham. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put Mbeumo in because I was going to substitute him in the second game week. And Mbeumo was actually pictured in training today. So he's actually training. I think FPL will take out the flag as soon as they pick up wind on it. But I was like, nah, he'll be ready to go from game week one. Plus, I feel like with any other knock, you know, like how they'll play like an important player, even if he's got a little knock or whatever. So yeah, I'm just like, you know what, just to avoid making a transfer on the second game week, I'm just gonna put Mbuemo in anyway. Um, so yeah, that's my team. Really, the real changes here is putting in Bemo in for Andreas, and then also taking out Stones because, quite frankly, for me, dog, you know when it's Man City, I would rather just I'm honestly just trying to get the 6 points. That's legit what I'm just trying to do. And I'm so fine if Ake doesn't play and Chilwell comes in. Like I'm good because I have faith in Chilwell like that. Like he's basic for me. He's basically what Reece James was, and you know what Trent's been doing in the past. So it's like he'll get an assist or whatever. But yeah, I'm honestly chilled and cool with it. Yeah, what you got to say?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Why do you people have so much faith in Mbuemo? I do not understand what's this thing with Mbuemo. Like seriously. Eh? I mean, really. The same with Eze. I was going off at Goba as well regarding Eze. Now all of a sudden, now I see now you're hopping on this Mbuemo train. Whoa, what's wrong with you people?
Nah,
Like
dog.
seriously, I don't get it. I don't
Chabe,
get it because for me, yes, I understand Mbuemo is a good option, nice and cheap. You know, he can get you a goal or assist here and there. but he was only effective because of Tony. That's why. But now Tony's not there. So, like, for me, I feel like there's no space for him to actually maneuver. Now they're actually going to put Visa there instead of Tony. Like, Visa's like nothing. I mean, like, literally. So, for me, I feel like Brentford's attack is totally weak. I do not see that they'll, actually be effective this season. But, I mean, hey, I could be wrong. But for me, that's how I see things. For me, Mbeumo was literally just living off Tony. That's all. Because Tony was, sucking the defenders with them, leaving space for Mbeumo to run in behind. That's it. Now, who's going to do that job? Visa? No, that guy can't do that job. So that's why for me, like, Visa is like a no-no. So yeah, I mean, with Eze, I raised my points that, you know what, Zaha's gone, so now you'll have less space to actually operate in, because now they'll probably know that he's one of the main guys in the team, or one of the main creative forces in Crystal Palace. So they'll probably put more people on him now. So for me, that's another thing that I don't like about this team. And then you went for Ake. All right, understand, cheaper. I think it's 5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got cover for Chilwell as Chilwell. Yeah, it's okay. But I mean, with what's his name, Fadio or whatever coming through.
Audio.
Yeah, hey, there's going to be a hell of rotation there, buddy. It's going to be so
And it's the
unpredictable.
usual. It's honestly the usual. The City, bro. Like wherever you pick, like people are all hopping on Stones, and I get it, but still, dog. I feel like, and that's why I downgraded, because I'm like, well, one, City and clean sheets. Yes, they're the most likely to get a clean sheet, but they're not the most guaranteed. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way they'll whoop a team's ass 4-0, and then later on they're like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, just let it go, you know? Like the way they were whooping Man United's ass, remember? And then all of a sudden they were like, okay, cool, Martial comes in and he just starts running rampant, and they're like, okay, cool, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? And like the score was like, what, 4-3, and it looked like it was a fight, but it wasn't. So that's why I was like, screw Man City. I'm not going to be investing 5.5 on a defender from Man City when they're going to be doing that shit. I'm just going to have a good first defender rotation. And yeah, if I get 6 points, hooray. If I don't, screw it. And then just to defend all the Mbeumo peeps out there, I got you. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Okay? Chabi. 1. He's on penalties because now this guy's gone. Right?
Oh, jeez, man. Don't give me that excuse.
Oh, no.
Don't give me that excuse.
I got more. All right? It's not just that, dude. Now that guy's gone, he's really playing striker with Wissa. Right? That's how he's really going in. On top of that, he's on set pieces. Right. Now there's 2 things. That's actually 3 things with him being striker as well. Then fourth, I have 4 things, Chabi. 4 things. Fixtures. Their fixture ticker is one of the best, I think top 3, when you look at game week 1 to game week 6. From game week 1 is the toughest one, which is Tottenham. After that, bro, these guys got green. And this guy is basically the guy in terms of things. So in terms of goal contribution, it's that thing again where it's like, cool, what do you want? Points. And if you're going to pick a guy from Crystal Palace, Brighton, Brentford, or even Aston Villa, those mid-range teams, who are you going to go for? The guy who's has the most goal involvement. And at the same time, what? Price point. Price point is good, son. So that's why people are hopping on Mbeumo, bro. Because of those points, bro. Because of all of those points, those talking points I've mentioned. It's not that we believe he's this guy. He's going to give a huge return. It's just because we're like, okay, cool. In terms of like saving money and also like making points, who's going to be doing that for us at 6.5? It's going to be Mbeumo. And most of us have got like 2 6.5s in our teams. So Mbeumo is pretty much the hot one, and Mitoma, of course. But for me, the reason why I don't have Mitoma, like I said, bro, I'm attacking the fixture of Sheffield. Sheffield and Luton are honestly going to be the bottom teams. So they're the ones, those are the fixtures you attack. If Haaland is playing against Sheffield, you fucking triple captain that guy. You know, if he's playing against Luton, same thing. You triple captain that guy. I'm not saying do that, guys. I don't think it's a good idea. I'd rather triple captain on a double game week. But anyway, so yeah, Doug, that's where that stuff is coming from, bro. That's where that stuff is coming from. And then that's where that stuff is coming from, dude. That's where that stuff is coming from. For those who don't know, we spoke about this, but captaincy on Rashford is really another just a fixture attacking thing, because Wolves' coach just got fired yesterday, and they announced I think the assistant coach is the guy to take over. So, and on top of that, these guys got rid of like Raul Jimenez, Ruben Neves, Jean Moutinho, and like a couple of other guys who actually influenced the first team. So these guys are like, they don't even know which direction to kick the ball in. And you're playing Man United, who's had a preseason and very coordinated with all their players there, and they get their ass whipped, bro. Honestly, there's gonna be a hole there, and like I'm so like, yo, do I do Bruno? Do I do Rashford? And I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather put it on Rashford, because who's gonna be running down there? It's gonna be Rashford running, and if there's a tackle on him. Even if he's not taking the free kick, but he'll get the assist. Even if he's not taking the penalty, he'll get the assist. If he's taking the penalty, better. He'll get the points.
Yeah. But look. With that whole Wolves game for Man United, I guess I get your point about captaining Rashford. But remember what I told you. We don't have a striker. Rashford is going to play up top, right? And on top of that, yes, you're right. The Wolves just announced a new manager today. And that manager is the same manager that Bournemouth had last season. All right? So, this guy's job is to basically make sure that Wolves don't get relegated. Do you really think, first game of the season, he's going to go all out at United, at Old Trafford? No, they're going to sit back and try and counter us. So right. Now, do you really think there'll be space in behind for Rashford to run?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, you know what?
Those guys are going to park the bus. I promise you, we're going to play a high line, right? There'll be no space in behind the defenders. So there's no point. Like, seriously, I promise you. Now it's going to be literally just tiki-taka football one way.
I get you, but you see what you even see.
If you captain Bruno, then I'd understand, because in those instances, then yes, then it's like, Bruno put in a slick one, a pass for a guy to, a through ball. Yeah. But other than that, Rashford,
I'd rather Rashford, though. But that's for me. I just feel like they're not going to be targeting Rashford as much as teams, the fucking league. Excuse my language. Will be targeting Haaland. So that's why I'm like, nah. I'd rather put it on these guys. On Wolves. You never know, though. This guy might feel brave. Man. Might feel brave. Look. Let's not.
You just better hope that it doesn't backfire, because you captain Rashford, he doesn't score anything. He blanks. Haaland scores like, a goal or two.
And
then you are.
Yes, a goal. And Rashford doesn't return. This is the goal.
It doesn't return. You are massively screwed, because then that's one hell of a. You won't. I promise you, you cannot come back from that.
No,
you cannot come back from that.
I'll be able to come back, though. Like we said, it's only game week.
No, man.
It's only game week 1.
Yeah, but there's probably like what? How many players this season? That's probably like 15 million or something.
Like, yeah, I know. There's like span players who have captain Haaland. I know. And you know what? My strategy honestly was to captain Haaland every game. But like I said before, the guy who was number 1, he is number 1. The guy who was number 1. What did he do to differentiate and win? He realized Haaland wasn't performing away, so he captained somebody else whenever Haaland played away. And what happened?
But this is a new team. This is a promoted team. So, yes, There is
Chabe,
reason to do that.
I get you. Promoted team, but away. So, and you know what it is like, dude? Like these guys, these new promoted teams, bro, they come out hostile at their home ground. Hostile.
Yeah, which will leave space for Ireland and go. So yeah, they're gonna try and prove a point. I mean, yeah, we'll see how good they are. But
All right.
me, it's Burnley promoted. I see Haaland scoring a goal.
No, I don't doubt your score goal. I just feel like Rashford will hold better. Look, don't want to spend too much time. We got Goba's team here, like I said. So we're gonna check out Goba's team. I kind of messed up with the audio there, so I'll be a bit quiet on the audio. But guys, let's check out Goba's team. Chabe had a lot to say about it, so yeah, check it out.
Yeah, you guys are about to hear a fresh breath of air. Okay, well, if you look at my team, there's only three changes that I've changed. Okay, still got Pickford, still got Trent. Told you he's not going anywhere. Gabriel still there. Ostepinion still there. Matoma still there. Giannacho, that's a new oak. He came in for Koulibaly. If you remember, Koulibaly was what 4.5 M. I brought Garnacho 5M. The only reason why I took Koulibaly out, he's got a knee injuries. You guys are praying men. For some odd reason, as soon as you have an issue with a player, they get injured. But Angi collab. Um Garnacho is only there purely for the fact that when looking at Lens, he gives Man United width. He's the one guy that is very direct. I like his style of play. Um, what is the bonus is that Rasmus, the new striker, he's not fit as yet. He's injured, so he's definitely going to get some game time. So for 5 million, he deserves to get a spot in my team. We've got Izzy. Gaz Chaps has been butchering him with Cat in his team. He comes in, yeah, he comes in for Jota. Okay, I had Jota the last week. He was 8 million. Izzy 6.5. So already I'm pocketing a 1.5 more chilling in the bank. I feel that out of the preseason games they had, this guy had 2 goals, 5 assists. Okay, for me this season, it's all about fixture-proof players. Okay, the Crystal Palace can lose games. I don't care if they lose games, but whenever they have an opportunity going forward in terms of goal scoring, Eze is going to be involved. If it's either an assist or a goal. You even evidently said Zaha is gone. So for me, he's the one guy that Roy is going to back in terms of creativity, in terms of going forward, and he's going to start every single game, you know? And I'm all about getting those points. Saka, he hasn't changed. He's there. I've given him the armband. Last week it was Haaland in that Community Shield. Fine, obviously I can't judge him because of the Community Shield, but I didn't see him. He was very not there. Even that midfield of City for me, it's a bit touch and go. I'm not necessarily seeing how they're playing, but again, I'm not worried about City. It's just that in terms of getting started and getting points on the board, I just need to get players that I know that are going to be playing. Saka's there. Rashford, yeah, he's going to hold the fort for now. I think he's on probation for me. Probably give him 2 to 3 games. I mean, coming at 9 million. I'm really keen on the Bruno Fernandes. I mean, he's what 8.5 mil. I can save that point 0.5. Um, Bruno's involvement, I think it's going to be a tad bit more than Rashford. Kakuluas in terms of his distribution. He's going to really going to be pushing ball. Yeah, he's on hoping as well, like Cats, that if Bruno can make it on penalties, then that's also a good goal. But for now, Rashford will stick. I think in front of the goal, one on one, he'll punish. If he gets the ball in space, whether with a defender, no defender, I'm backing him for now. And then we've got Pedro. Pedro comes in for Jesus. Jesus, again, praying man out there. He also was at what 8 million. So I get Pedro for 5.5. The fixtures for Brighton are great. I mean, They're all what twos, so I don't see them having an issue. And he's also on penalties. You know, Kat, you also alluded when you're going through your team that, I mean, if you look at that whole team, oh, you're well back, your Kroos, but they gave him penalties. He's on the spot kicks. And again, I feel that for at least the next 3 games, he's going to be starting. He's not going to be rotated. He's not going to be on the bench. So points there, Haaland, of course, standard. I mean, it's very, very difficult to start any fantasy Premier League, and you don't have this guy in your team because, yeah, by far he's probably collected the most points in FPL since FPL commenced. You know, I haven't seen anything like him. So he stays. My bench hasn't changed. But what I'm happy to tell you guys, in this team, I've got 4 million rand in the bank, so I can do a lot. But hey, yeah, go for it, guys. What are your views? And yeah, to all the subscribers, yeah, this is the team with 4 million rand in the bank. Anything and everything is possible. Bring it, boys. Bring it.
Oy, 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 oy. All right. Ooh, there's so much nonsense here. I don't know where to begin. Like seriously. Oh my gosh. What on earth is that Pickford thing doing there? Huh? What is Pickford doing in your
Dude,
team?
Pickford,
Like
if
seriously.
if I had to
What is
tell you, if I had to tell you, preseason, they had 4 clean sheets. No other keepers got that, mind you. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, well,
No,
that's probably
guys,
because
it's
they're
you,
playing
you
some
keep you can
fourth
keep saying
division
who they're
team or
playing against.
something. So I don't want to hear that.
All I'm gonna
No,
say,
no,
it's
no, 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 no,
evident
no.
that
I
there's
don't want to hear that
the
nonsense.
structure that is there is doing the job. But hey,
Whatever. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, right? Okay, I see that you're still keeping. I see that you're still keeping Trent. All right,
Trent, yeah.
and that's a lot of money in there. All right, and you might regret that. But no, okay, okay. Let me go through this. Okay, Gabriel, fine. Okay, Eze, okay, you've dealt with that. What's surprising is that Ganacho. All right, I do not. I yes, understand. Yes, he looks good on the eye, but really, if you think about it, this guy literally only got about like what 3 goals last year, maybe 1 or 2 assists. He's not the guy. He's not the guy. All right. So I definitely probably know for a fact you're probably gonna change him. That's probably that guy's not gonna be on your final team. So I'll excuse your moment of madness with Garnacho. Your other moment of madness is Saka as captain. Like, what is that? I mean, like, what is wrong with you people? I mean, like, it's Holland, it's Holland, and yet you people are choosing other people against him. You guys, hey, the curse of Holland will come for you. Will come for you. I promise you. Watch. I promise you. And you'll rue it. Right. Tell me, what is your thought process? Why?
Okay, wait. Let's first start off with the Trent money, guys. I'm not worried about money. I've got 4 million rand in the bank. Okay, please. So let's not talk money here. Me, I've got money. I don't have a problem with money. Okay, for me, Saka, Nottingham Forest at home. I just don't want to put all my eggs on Haaland. He's in my team. Isn't that good enough? Why do I have to give him the band? Really? Is he gonna score a hat trick against Burnley after that performance on Sunday? Come on, chaps. You know, one thing I've learned
But
about
if he
Premier League.
scores a hat
No, but
trick,
wait.
if he scores a
One
hat trick,
thing, one thing I've learned about FPL is remove the emotions, and you will not lose. You will not lose a mini league over one game week. Trust.
okay,
You know,
okay.
I'd much rather make the
But
mistake
if he
now
no,
than later.
if he scores a hat trick, right? If he scores a hat trick, and because he's so highly owned, you're gonna be so far back. It'll be literally you'll be so far back. You'll be back in the past. you'll literally be with Mandela and them in jail and stuff like that. That's how far back I promise you, you're not gonna get anywhere. All right. So
I just
like
I love the
that is
confidence
so
you have in this guy.
dangerous. That
Yes,
is
he's Viking.
no
Yes, no, look.
no no no
Yes,
no
he's
no no.
Viking. Yes, he's Viking. Yes, he got the golden boots, and yes, he scores hat tricks. But you know what? For me, for the very first game week, I am not risking giving Haaland the captaincy.
I get that, but just for this one fixture, just for this one fixture, just for this one fixture, right? This is Burnley who just got promoted last season. In the FA Cup, I think it was. Burnley did play Man City. They got thrashed. They got thrashed like 5 or 6-0 or something like that, right? So they didn't come up
Yeah,
against
they did
Man
get
City.
punished.
They don't play teams like this day in day out in the championship. All right, so for them it's going to be a little bit hard. It's not going to. This is the totally different Burnley team. This is not. Don't think of that Burnley team from back in the day. This is different. This is yes, a, not a Pep type of Burnley, but it's more attack minded than anything else. So for me, I feel like just off this one game, I feel like Haaland might get a goal or two, all right, just based on this fixture. But yes, I agree with what you're saying that this season in totality, right? Haaland, yes, he'll probably score less than last season because obviously now they would have figured him out. With all right, this is how he plays, this is how he moves off the ball, and that type of thing. And I think obviously with what we saw over the weekend, teams will know how to play against him, and Pep will figure that out and say, you know what, the rest of the team now has to, pick up the slack and score more goals. So he's going to need more goals from Grealish, Foden, Bernardo, De Bruyne, and in particularly Alvarez. All right. So I think watch out for that guy. I feel like that guy is going to score more goals this season, or is going to have more game time to score those goals. So, but yeah, just for this one fixture, I think Haaland is yeah. But look, I get your reasoning why you'd want to go for other people as captain, but rather Rashford than Saka for me. I feel with Rashford you can get more goals. With Saka, it's always like one goal or an assist here and there type of thing. He's not really a high scoring type of player.
I don't know what you guys are smoking, eh? You guys, whatever you're smoking, aye. This team right here is gonna surprise a lot of people, even you guys, and the subscribers and everybody viewing here. And if it doesn't even work out, come on, I'm Mr. Money Spender. I'll just chop and change.
Now I know. Now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense why you're in that white room. That's probably the loony bin that you're at, that mental hospital that you're at. That's why it's all white there. Yeah, that that's why all this craziness here. So like, yeah.
Right. Mr. Big Mouth. Right. No, seriously, you that guy on this channel. You know that me. I'm probably gonna be Mr. Funny guy. You the big mouth guy. You know that guy like, hey, Chaba's gonna
Funny
smash.
guy, because you do all the weird stuff, and then at the end you'll be like bottom of the league. So we'll see.
We'll see. You know what I want to do when I win the league? I'm gonna buy like like those fake WWE belts, and I'm gonna see if I can custom put the emblem there. You know that emblem in the corner there of the thing of FPL, the lion. I'm gonna put it there, kind of like people's champ. All right, Doug, take us through your team. I see a change there. I see Robertson. How did you get to Robertson? What happened there?
Right. So if you remember, I'm gonna start at the back, right? So
Right.
if you remember, last time, I put in Ramsdale. So I changed that to Edison. And then part of my back three, I removed Stones and I replaced them with Saliba. All right. And then yeah. So now the reason why I removed what's his name? Ramsdale is because apparently Arsenal is going after David Raya from Brentford.
Yeah, we've got it.
Apparently, yeah, it's not completely done, but yeah.
It's done.
Now my thinking, yeah, well, my thinking is that Raya's that good that he's seriously going to challenge Ramsdale. So for me, I see that being a bit of a headache. So I feel like that Arteta might actually rotate those guys, and that's something that I don't want to be, caught in, because we're not even 100% sure that Areola himself, my second goalkeeper, is actually going to be first goalkeeper at West Ham. So I don't want to have that headache. So I just went with Edison because technically he doesn't have competition. So I went with that. I took out Stones and then obviously replaced them with my Arsenal defender, which would be Saliba. Now, on the bench, my other defender that previously I had Chilwell, but then I decided, you know what? I want coverage for, in the second game week, we got Liverpool's got Bournemouth. So, you know what? I really wanted to attack that fixture because Liverpool's playing at home. So my thinking is that, you know what? Get in a Liverpool player now and then come in the second game week, use one transfer. That would be to upgrade Foden to somebody like Jota, and then and then I'll have two Liverpool players, attacking players. So, yeah, that's pretty much my thinking regarding Robertson there. And then obviously in the bank, I've got 1 million.
Oh, that's how you're going to upgrade. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got 1 million and Foden's 7.5 and Jota's 8 million. So even if I upgrade to Jota, I still have 0.5 in the bank left after that. So yeah, with Robertson, if I ever want to, upgrade anywhere else in my team, I've got enough, resources or players around or expensive players that, I can get money from this guy or that guy to actually upgrade wherever I need to. If I need to upgrade João Pedro, I can always, either sell Robertson or Foden or Shaw or whatever, just to get some extra cash. So yeah. But for now, this team is sort of set up for the next 4 game weeks. So the main guy that I'll probably be rotating is probably Foden. Because obviously, like I said, his spot is not really 100% guaranteed. So yeah, he'll be that one guy that I sort of like, every now and again transfer out or in. And then probably after the 4th game week, then I'll get in a couple of Chelsea players because they got good fixtures after that. Yeah. So that's pretty much my thinking regarding my players. But other than that, that's it. That's it.
Hey, dude, I just feel like you've got money to waste there. Nah, dog. I feel like you got
money to waste.
Let me tell you
How's
something.
it waste?
Let me tell you something. You got Robertson on the bench for what week? Probably game week 4 or 5. You're sitting with that money sitting on your bench, literally. And just for game week 2. Nah, dog. I'm sorry, not worth it. No Liverpool player for me is worth it. That's why I'm not. And think about it.
But that's why he's on the bench.
I get it. But you know what my thing is? That money could be used elsewhere. Let me give you an example. Another issue I have with your team, right? Which, yes, you've said that you're going to rotate Foden. But let me put it to you like this. Would you use 7.5 on Havertz? No, you wouldn't.
Havertz is useless.
Besides that, the reason why you really
it's a bad example.
No. The reason why you wouldn't. The reason why you wouldn't is because you're not sure about him being in and out. You know he's gonna come in, but you're not sure about him being in and out. And that's my reason that's my issue with Foden. With Foden is just that, fine, yes, he's a good player. This guy's most likely just gonna get like 30 minutes. Yeah, fine. KDB is not up to speed. But you know Pep and KDB, dog. That's his fucking second wife, bro. Even if KDB's not up to scratch, on a game he needs KDB or he wants KDB, dude, he'll play KDB for 55 minutes, 60 minutes. And then he'll be like, okay, K, oh, you tired. I wasn't done. What? Foden. Was, yeah, no, was. And he'll play Foden for like the 30 minutes. Then Foden's got to like work magic. And for me, that's just like,
Yeah, but
I'm not going to invest.
But look at it. But look at it this way. City played on Sunday, right? City played on Sunday. Now they're playing on Friday, right? Short time, right, for recovering. All right. Now, Foden didn't start the game, so for all we know, Foden could start the game, right? Then it would be a good pick, wouldn't it? Just because he didn't start that game doesn't necessarily mean he won't start the next one.
I know.
There's more chance of him of actually starting the next one because there's a short space of time.
Yeah, I think.
Now, remember, in the next couple of game weeks, there's going to be a lot of rotation. The reason being, remember, I don't know whether it's after the first game week or the second game week.
They're
going to go play in the Super Cup.
Yeah.
They're going to go play in the Super Cup. So there's going to be a lot of minutes shared. You might even find somewhere along the line Haaland only playing 60 minutes in each game, just to make sure that he's not too tired for the Super Cup.
That is another reason why I'm not captaining Haaland. And everybody.
So, you know, and then obviously later on down the line, there's going to be the FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup or whatever they call it.
That's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's later down the line.
Yeah, that's later down the line. But for me, it's the whole thinking was because there's going to be a lot of rotation, and it gives Foden a good chance of actually playing or even starting the game or getting a lot of minutes within the game. So that's why I went for him. You see? So that's why.
Okay, cool. But for me, I guess maybe yes, Havertz is a bad thingy, but maybe the best one is Trossard. He's great. He's good. You know, he even scored. I just don't know. That's my only issue. And same with Edison.
What should I have then? I don't know. Maybe picked another 4 million defender and then gone with Rashford.
No, it's like you said, man. It's like you said. You setting this team up for like game week 4. You know, like to tune up until game week 4. You know, I feel like it's an unnecessary transfer. And I don't know if you know this, but the way you clinch a higher rank, if people are tie on points, the person who's made the least amount of transfers, not hits, transfers. So if I've made 20 transfers, but you've made 25, and we tie on points, you'll get a lower rank than me. So you literally have to try and manage your team in such a way just to get that extra edge and extra rank to try and make the least amount of transfers. Not hits, not take hits. Hits is, yes, it's a transfer anyway, but actually just transfer. So I feel like it's an unnecessary transfer. I feel like if KDB was out, and Bernardo Silva's gone, Foden's in for me. You know? So I'm just saying it's an unnecessary transfer for me. And that's why when you look at my team and my Arsenal guys, I'm packed in the back. For me, I would take an extra 0.5, dog, and I'll throw it at, okay, well, you can't use Martinelli. To be honest, I don't know who else I'll throw it at. So, yeah, maybe Foden is the best. But, yeah, that's for me, that's my issue. I do love and I hate the fact that you've got 3 Man City, and the only other thing as well, which the guys in the community, FPL community, are crying about is the fact that it's going to be tough when you get to game week 3, 4, and you have to take out all 3 of those Brighton guys. Maybe not all 3, but probably João Pedro and Mutoma, because their fixtures start to turn. they start to turn and other people's fixtures start to turn and become better. And now you're thinking, I got to get rid of Foden and I also want to get rid of Matoma. Meanwhile, Robertson's fixtures are still bad because it's week 4 or 5, and you're like, I got a couple of substitutions to make. Edison, Edison's Edison is probably not performing, whatever. That's where I'm just like with your team. Your team is good, no doubt. Team is good, but it's those complications I see in the future. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, look. I mean, with the 3 City pairs, to be honest, or not 3, Holland will definitely stay. I mean, if let's say we get early team news on what is it tomorrow on Friday, and only to find out that Foden is not playing, then yeah, I might take him out. It's not a sure thing. So
yeah.
So yeah. So it could change. So it's not a sure thing. But
no, we'll make Tinkers.
Yeah, it's just a stopgap for now. Foden. So yeah. So
look, I want to take a few minutes for us to also check out the Banter Boys team that we made. Guys, let's check it out. But while I enter, let me just interject there to say, guys, we've got the league up and running. We got a couple of guys there. This is the best way for you to join the banter. Check the league code at the bottom, join the league. And if you're performing and you're doing well, we will want you on the show as a guest for us to banter each other's teams and also just how well we're doing in the league. And yeah, man, it's just another way of us growing our community of the love of FPL and bantering as well. So let's check out the Banter Boys team. Rats, the Banter Boys. So this is the team that we built yesterday. Yeah, like I said, Andreas is injured. So I don't know if there's a tinker we want to make here before we go. Remember, we've got nothing in the bank. For what you're seeing, are you still happy? Is there a change that you want to make based on what you know?
I don't know. It looks okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It looks okay. It's not bad. I mean,
for me, Andres is 75%. You know what I would do? This is what I would do. I would take Mubama. The way we're going to be butchering names all season. I would take him 4.5 and I'd swap him with Andreas right now. And Andreas being 5.5, I would get, who's this guy? João Pedro at 5.5. So we would actually end up playing a 3-5-3. I mean, a 3-4-3. And the 4.5 guy that midfielder I would actually think we should get is 2 guys that's good. There's 3. But the third one I don't consider. The first guy I would want is I think he's called Amada from Crystal Palace. Now, reason being is he's been very good in preseason and he's been seen as a replacement for Zaha, basically. And a reason why I'm really rooting for him is because Zaha's not there and Olise is not there. So he's definitely in, Jordan Ayew will most likely take up the other wing while Edouard, who's this guy? Edouard takes up the center striking role, and then Eze is pushing up behind him. So that's why I'm thinking Amada. And then the second guy is Anderson, who plays for Newcastle, but he had a good preseason. I don't think he'll be starting. That's my thingy. And at the same time, we're not really going to be playing these guys. It's just like a, extra. And then the other guy is Nakamba for Luton. The only reason why I say him is because he's definitely going to play, so he's 2 points in the bag. But that's what I would do. That's the only change I would do, and then I'll play a 3-4-3. And I think we're good. I think we're set for that for the first few game weeks. What do you think?
No, I think it's fine the way it is. I mean, even though Andres is 75%, I think he's probably the best option there. I think he'll definitely play. So, I mean, all those other guys you mentioned, not really proven in the league, so we don't know yet. Andreas is a better option than those guys. So, yeah, I mean, look, with that team, you can't really go wrong. I mean, each and every single one of those players is a first team player. I mean, even Jackson. I mean, the only reason why Jackson is going to play is because they don't have a striker. So,
Literally.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the team is it's quite strong. It's quite strong. I mean, we even got Salah there. So that should give us coverage for the second game.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of everything. So I think it's good. It's good.
Might be better than
it's
ours.
Good.
Anyway.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, you never know, Doug. You never know. Anyway, guys, that's the show. Thank you so much. We're gonna head out. You know what to do. Support us, love for the love. Please like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you guys enter the code, the league there, and the code is at the bottom. Chaps, Doug, thank you for pulling through. Really appreciate it, guys. Goba honestly would have joined us if he could, but like I said, screwed up in that video. Please, second episode, forgive me. Other than that, Chaps, you got any last words, my man?
We shall see come Monday. Oh, well, not Monday, Tuesday, next week. We shall see how the weekend turns out. We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Guys, keep well, and remember, just have fun. Peace.
Cheers, guys.